O Tires of Evanston presents Rich High School Lady Rebel Basketball on KADQ-FM 98.3 with video online at kadqradio.com. Today's game is brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals. Big O Tires, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Union Wireless, PC Innovations, Rocky Mountain Care, Cowboy Motor Company, Old West Stories and Productions, Castle Rock Chevrolet, and Telegram to Good Health. And now it's time for a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Lady Rebel Basketball on KADQ-FM 98.3 and online at kadqradio.com.
Welcome to the Sevier Valley Center and the site of the 1A Basketball State Championship Tournament here. You're listening to and watching a Big O Tires of Evanston, Wyoming presentation of the Utah 1A Girls State Tournament. And our next matchup here tonight is Rich Lady Rebels versus the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Rich coming in as the number one seed from Region 17. They went 8-0 this season in Region 17, a perfect season against Manila, Duchesne, Altamont, and Tabiona for the Lady Rebels. Wendover comes in as the number 2 team from Region 18, an 8-2 record. Their only 2 losses were against St. Joe's, who just moments ago defeated Wayne 42-32. Wendover in the first round earned a good, solid victory over Green River, 47-39, to make their way into this quarterfinal round of the state tournament. The top contributors for the Wendover Lady Wildcats, 9 points a game by Aurora Rodriguez, Jessica Cuevas with almost 9 points a game as well, 8.8. As for the Lady Rebels, it's a real balanced attack as well. 11 points from Cammie Lamborn, and then Bailey Walmsley averages 7, Danielle Huffner with 5, and several Lady Rebels will step up on any given night and score 8 or 10 points, and that's what both teams are going to be looking for. Some of those players that they don't necessarily see every night score 8 or 10 points or 12 points, but need a few of those to step up tonight with games to move on to the semifinal round. Now, tonight we'll also have Penguich versus Whitehorse, but first it's the Lady Rebels against the Wendover Lady Wildcats, and we'll have it for you right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of the Utah 1A Girls State Championship Tournament.
Think about your vehicle. Each time you drive it, you get in, buckle your seatbelt, and push the gas pedal. Does the steering feel loose? Does your front end rattle? If the answer is yes, stop in at Big O Tires of Evanston today and let the team you trust check your front end. It's a simple step to keep you safe when operating your vehicle. Stop in today. Big O Tires, the team you trust. 607 Cheyenne Drive, Evanston.
What makes us stand out from our competition? Knowledge. Certified technicians with proper state-of-the-art diagnostic and repair equipment. Quality. Genuine AC Delco and quality GM parts. And what makes us stand out from our competition is you, our customers. Intelligent people who know a good deal and quality work when they see it.
We're Castle Rock.
Outstanding. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel Boosters, by Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High students at the Argyle Ranch, by Rebecca and Brian Thompson at the Thompson Ranch, by J.S. Livestock, by Pam and Pete Cornea, and by Geraldine and Reed Grove. The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Welcome back to the broadcast and your starting lineups for the visiting Wendover Lady Wildcats. It's senior number 14, Stephanie Badillo, a junior or sophomore, number 22, Lydia Delgadillo, a junior, number 23, Vanessa Cuevas, a sophomore, number 43, Aurora Rodriguez, and a junior, number 44, Jessica Cuevas. For the Rich Lady Rebels, number 5, Ellen Peart, a senior, number 12, Chelsea Arrington, a senior, number 11, Carol Weston, a junior, number 15, Bailey Walmsley, a senior, and number 23, senior, Cammie Lamborn. It'll be Weston against Lydia Delgadillo to jump. Here's the tip. It's tipped right back to Wendover, and they'll come up with it first. Cuevas up ahead. She's left open for 3. She'll take it. It's short, an air ball. Rebound tipped back in bounds, and the Lady Rebels come up with it. Here's Lamborn pushing ahead. Rebels going left to right. Inside to Arrington, who can't quite finish. She was under the hoop. did a great job to reach back and almost get that to go. Now up top to Walmsley, and the Rebels will reset after an offensive rebound. Down inside, Weston lobs into Peart, into the middle, and down to Arrington again. She can't quite get the finish, and Delgadillo gets the rebound. She tips it out high to Rodriguez, who loses the handle and out of bounds. So the Rich Lady Rebels will come up with or have the basketball on the inbound pass right here in front of us to Ellen Peart. To Walmsley out high, now to Peart out on the right wing. Peart looking inside to Cammie Lamborn, and Lamborn pass into the middle is taken away. Your starting lineups tonight were brought to you by Zions Bank, Randolph Branch. At Zions Bank, we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business, and your tip-off in this ball game was brought to you by Rolene Kennedy at Castle Rock Chevrolet. Here's the shot from outside. It rattles home by Jessica Cuevas. She's got 2 points, and Wendover takes the lead 2-0 to start this ball game. Lady Rebels have had a couple of good looks from point blank, but just couldn't get them to fall. Here's Lamborn up top. Lob it inside to Weston. Up off the glass. No. Offensive rebound. Arrington tips it to Weston, but then coming up with it was Vanessa Cuevas, and the Lady Wildcats will bring it up court. They're going to bring it up slow and get it over to Cuevas. Cuevas out high right wing. Goes down inside. They kick it down into the corner and then lob it back up top to Cuevas. She'll step through the defense, lob it in there to Delgadillo. The shot no good from point blank range. And the Lady Rebels get the rebound. Pass up ahead. Rebels get it down to they go back up top to Peart now. And then to Lamborn out high on the left wing. Peart across the top to Walmsley, down to Weston, into the middle. Lamborn up off the glass, no good. Weston fighting for the offensive board. It's on the floor. Weston through the legs. She picks it up. It's stripped away. Out high and a chase for it. Stephanie Badillo chases it down, but now Lamborn gets there, knocks it away from Badillo, and Walmsley comes up with the loose ball. Walmsley up ahead to the right side, puts it up off the glass, no good, but a foul down underneath against Weston. Weston trying to set a screen to give Walmsley a lane to the basket, and there's your first foul of the night. 2-0, the lead for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. They bring it up the court now. They'll pass it into the corner. Shot up, no good. Arrington pulls down the rebound for the Lady Rebels. Pass up ahead to Lamborn. Lamborn all the way to the hoop. Shot is good, and Lamborn is fouled. And Cammie Lamborn with a pair of points, with the deuce there, and a chance for the three-point play after that finish. Again, Lamborn, the leading scorer for the Lady Rebels. We've seen her score 20-plus points several times through this season. And she'll put up the shot on the free throw, knocks it down, and it's 3-2. Lady Rebels, now they get the steal. Arrington all the way to the hoop with the right hand. It's good. And the Lady Rebels lead 5-2 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Arrington with the steal, brought to you by Hoffman Designs, and then the lay-in. And the Rebels up 5-2 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard with 5:06 left in this first quarter. Pass over to Aurora Rodriguez out high. She'll dribble and then lob it inside for Delgadillo. Kind of a wild pass. Delgadillo comes up with it, puts it in from the right side, and she's fouled. And she has a chance to tie it with a free throw here. 5-4, Lady Rebels with the lead over the Wendover Lady Wildcats. And Delgadillo, free throw, no good. Arrington, nice box out. She pulls down the board, and the Rebels maintain the lead 5-4. Lamborn up ahead. Goes up to Arrington, free throw line, pass down inside, knocked away. Walmsley comes up with the loose ball down in the corner. Bailey Walmsley dribbles around the top. Lady Rebels going left to right. Wendover Lady Wildcats right to left. Here's Peart out high right wing. Holds, lobs it across the top, skip pass to Walmsley for three from the left wing. Short, and the rebound, Lamborn. She'll go down inside, put it up, missed everything, and the rebound pulled down by Cuevas. That's Vanessa Cuevas. And then the pass up top, and Aurora Rodriguez has it out straight away. Goes back to Cuevas. The junior dribbles up top, holds straight away now, then to Rodriguez, and here to this near side to Cuevas. The pass was to Jessica Cuevas, who shoots it and knocks it down from just inside three range. And Wendover's back on top, 6-5 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Three-point basket, or three-point shot on the way from Bailey Walmsley, well short. And Walmsley, her 2 threes so far, she's shooting from outside that orange college range three-point arc. Needs to step in a step or two and get to that blue high school range arc. 6-5 Wendover with the lead. 3:50 left in the first quarter on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And up top, Delgadillo will swing it around and go here to this near side to Badillo. Down inside Delgadillo. Double team. She gets the pass through to Cuevas. Up off the glass. No good. Arrington the rebound. Walmsley will push. Rebels trying for a fast break, but stripped away by Cuevas, or by Rodriguez. She'll go down inside, put it up off the glass. Arrington was there on defense, but Rodriguez gets the two after the steal. And the Rebels trail. Wendover leads 8-5 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's Peart, fires it into the middle to Lamborn. One extra pass to Carol Weston for the easy two. And Weston, a nice extra pass, an early candidate for your Mound Valley Cattle Company play of the game, brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Lady Rebels trail 8-7 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Cuevas out high goes to Jessica Cuevas. Jessica over to Rodriguez, and she'll dribble up top, kind of reset the offense. Now goes to Jessica Cuevas, free throw line, kick it back out to Rodriguez. Now left wing to Vanessa Cuevas for three. It's no good, but the rebound bounces out long. Here's a three-point shot. No, it was two. She had her toe on the line, and Aurora Rodriguez knocks it down. It's 10-7. Wendover with the lead on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Peart out high to Walmsley straight away. Now to Peart again. Peart on the right wing. Then to Walmsley, back to Peart. 2-3 zone defense for Wendover. Rebels trying to find a hole in it. Arrington to Walmsley. Looks like she wanted to take the three, but Rodriguez out there. Rodriguez reaches in. Walmsley drives past, pulls up in the lane, no good. Weston the offensive board, fouled on the putback. Can't get it to go, but Weston will have a couple of free throws. And these free throws here tonight are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. Up near Bear Lake, Carol Weston at the free throw line to shoot two. Wendover leading 10-7 with 2:03 left first quarter on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Weston, first one, no good, rims out. She'll have another one as Abby Watcott and Danielle Huffner check in. Walmsley and Arrington out for the Lady Rebels. And Carol Weston at the free throw line to shoot another one. Free throws here tonight brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City, Utah. Weston's second one is good, and that makes it a 2-point ball game. 10-8, Wendover with the lead. Lob in deep. Weston gets a hand on it. The baseball pass by Jessica Cuevas. Weston got a hand on it, knocked it away out of bounds. And now Badillo will inbound to Rodriguez. Wendover leading by 2 here. Just under 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Rodriguez looking inside for Delgadillo, not there. Now they'll go into the corner to Vanessa Cuevas. She'll dribble out high. Lamborn comes out on her. Then the shot from the right wing, no good by Badillo. Rebound, Abby Watcott. She runs into a wall in Rodriguez and called for the travel. Good defense by Rodriguez. She gets a high five from Vanessa Cuevas, or from Jessica Cuevas. She just planted her feet, got in the way, and Watcott kind of couldn't quite figure out what to do with it, as there were other defenders on both sides as well. Here's Rodriguez, lob it to free throw line to Delgadillo, back outside, and then to Jessica Cuevas, then again to Rodriguez. She'll step up, kick it into the corner. Vanessa Cuevas, the three, no good. Rebound, tipped up high, kicked out. Not actually kicked, but knocked out side by Jessica Cuevas. Now the three-point shot from the right wing, up and no good. Rebels not boxing out. Offensive rebound, but then Lamborn comes up with a steal brought to you by Hoffman Designs. Lamborn all the way coast to coast, up with the right hand, just a bit short on the layup, and that fast break opportunity brought to you by the station in Randolph. Now a foul as the Rebels try to get it back. Lamborn will pick up her first personal, I believe, as they called that on Cammie Lamborn. Rebel third team foul. And Wendover leads 10-8 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Rodriguez inbounds to Stephanie Badillo. And then Badillo goes back to Rodriguez. Slowly dribbles up court. Under a minute to go in the first. 10-8 lead for Wendover. And Cuevas, that's Jessica, out high, dribbles, gets over to Badillo. She'll pass it across to Cuevas. Back to Badillo, out high. 39, 38, 37 seconds left in the quarter. Rodriguez out high on the right wing. Now she'll take the shot just inside three range. It's an air ball, and Peart will let it go. With 31 seconds left, the Lady Rebels have it underneath the basket. Ellen Peart will inbound to Abby Watcott. Watcott dribbling up across midcourt, passes the timeline with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Lamborn back to Watcott. Around to Peart. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Down in the corner to Lamborn. Down inside now. Baseline to Peart. She's fouled. No, a travel. What? Wow. Rebels turn it over for the fourth time in this first quarter by my count. Wendover with 3. And the Rebels will settle back into defense. Rodriguez will inbound to Badillo with 13 seconds left. She'll dribble up across midcourt slowly. Down to 10, 9, 8 seconds. Badillo looking to set up the offense. A screen. She'll lob it toward the corner. Huffner gets a hand on it, and it's out of bounds off the Lady Rebels with 2.7 seconds left to go. Pass was intended for Vanessa Cuevas, but again, Huffner knocked it away and out of bounds. So Cuevas, that's Vanessa, will look to inbound. She'll go in here to Badillo. She'll launch a long three. It almost got it to go off the glass, but no good. So at the end of one, it's Wendover leading the Lady Rebels of Rich 10-8 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. You're listening to a Big O Tires of Evanston, Wyoming presentation of the Rich Lady Rebel basketball here on KADQ FM 98.3. You can also watch online at kadqradio.com.
They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles. And now you can save big on the 2013s that are left on the lot at Cowboy Motor Company. Save over $9,000 on a Ram 2500 SLT Crew Cummins diesel. Save over $5,500 on a Durango RT and over $9,000 on a Chrysler 300C John Barbados. Restrictions apply. Cowboy Motor Company has millions of dollars in financing for all types of credit. They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles at Cowboy Motor Company in Evanston.
Once upon a time, there was a family of frogs. They enjoyed surfing the internet. They found it absolutely riveting. So when their computer croaked, they were hopping mad. They swam down to see Wayne at PC Innovations in Evanston, across from Big O Tire in Frontier Square. Wayne was able to get all of the bugs out of their computer, which they promptly ate. And then our frogs jumped for joy. When you have computer problems, see Wayne at PC Innovations for your very own happy ending.
Lady Rebels have it to start this second quarter action here at the Sevier Valley Center. Lamborn out high. Get it down in to Arrington, then back to Lamborn. Now to Watcott in the lane. She'll pass high for Lamborn. She has to go up and get it. By the time she controls it, defense is on her, so she'll have to kick it back out high. Watcott now to Lamborn and then to Arrington in the corner. Arrington dribbles up top and then goes to Watcott to Walmsley on the right wing. Walmsley up top of a dangerous pass, almost taken away by Badillo. But Watcott gets it back now to Walmsley, to Huffner inside. Huffner, quick shot, turn around with the left hand, and gets that to go. Danielle Huffner with her first 2 points. And they'll get it up top, or the Rebels will tie it up at 10 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Up top, Rodriguez. Left wing to Badillo, drives past the defense, floater on the baseline, way overshoots. Lamborn pulls down the rebound. It's a 4-on-1 for the Lady Rebels. They're going to push. Lamborn to Huffner. Perfect play right there. And there's a candidate for your play of the game, brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Lamborn, the dish to Huffner for the easy 2, and the Rebels with their second lead of the ball game. They led earlier 5-2. And now it's 12-10 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And now Rodriguez goes to the floor fairly hard and is a bit slow to get up, favoring that right leg or ankle, whatever it may be. She doesn't want to put weight on that right leg. She'll check out here. And she lost the ball out of bounds, so the Lady Rebels will have it. It's Walmsley, Watcott, Lamborn, Arrington, and Huffner on the floor for the Lady Rebels. Badillo, along with Cuevas, Delgadillo, and just coming in is Jasmine Maldonado. Lamborn with it out high on the wing, goes to Arrington in the corner. Lob it up top to Watcott. Rebels leading 12-10 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Walmsley in the corner to Lamborn. Down the give and go to Walmsley. She'll try the reverse, blocked, but Arrington is there for the putback. No. Arrington again gets the rebound, and she's fouled on the putback. And a great second and third effort by Chelsea Arrington. Put herself on the free throw line. So Chelsea Arrington has 2 points tonight and trying to make it 4 if she can hit these free throws. First one is good. These free throws here tonight are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. The Rebels leading 13-10 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's Arrington, the second free throw off target. Did not catch the rim. It was off to the left side, and it's an immediate dead ball. They give it to Wendover to inbound. 13-10, Lady Rebels leading. It's going to put on some full court pressure here. Cuevas fires it in long to Cuevas. That's Jessica to Vanessa, and she'll dribble across midcourt. Rebel defense retreats, and Badillo has it out high, dribbling. Badillo comes to this near side to Maldonado, and now a travel. Maldonado kind of hopping as she's looking for a pass, and that's just the 5th turnover of the ball game for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. I have the Rebels with 5 as well. Watcott across midcourt, all the way into the lane, scoops it over to Arrington, and Wendover kind of caught sleeping there. Watcott, the drive and the dish, and the Rebels lead 15-10 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Another candidate for your Mound Valley Cattle Company play of the game, brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. 5.5 left in this second quarter. Lady Rebels leading 15-10. And now Lamborn comes up with a steal, brought to you by Hoffman Designs. Up ahead to Watcott. She'll go all the way up with the right hand. And Abby Watcott finishes the fast break, brought to you by the station in Randolph, Utah. Now a timeout. Coach Kate Henderson of the Lady Wildcats of Wendover wants her team to settle down and not get run away in this one too fast. So we'll take a timeout as well. And we'll be back after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at KADQradio.com.
This Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Rebel Sports is also being brought to you in part by these Rebel Sports boosters. The Telegram to Good Health. Click on the Telegram at KADQradio.com. By the D. Cornea Ranch. Good luck to Andy, and go Rebels! By S-Bar-S Trucking, Eric and Sherry South. By Circle H Land and Cattle, Chris, Michelle, Isaac, and Emily Hopkins. And by Old West Stories and Productions. For all of your website and graphic design needs, call the marketing experts at this radio station, 789-8116. Rich High Rebel Sports is on the air and online at KADQradio.com.
Back to the action, a travel on Jessica Cuevas, or Vanessa Cuevas, rather, and Wendover with their 4th turnover of this quarter. 5:07 left in the second. The Rich Lady Rebels were down 10-7. They've gone on an 8-0 run and lead 17-10 rather on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Down inside, Abby Watcott goes through the defense. She just kind of goes underneath and then puts it up and in. And the Rebels now lead 19-10 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. It's a 12-0 run for the Rich Lady Rebels. Badillo goes right wing over to Cuevas. Jessica Cuevas, a couple of dribbles, then goes to Vanessa Cuevas down near the corner. She'll dribble back around up top and go to Badillo. Now left wing. Here's Maldonado trying to find a lane down near the hoop. Peart cuts her off. They'll swing it around. Here's Cuevas for 3. This one off target, and Peart pulls down the rebound. A few dribbles and up ahead to Watcott. The Rebels again with the numbers, 3-on-2. Watcott goes all the way with the right hand, can't scoop it in. Now she saves it on the offensive rebound attempt, but saves it to the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Badillo pushing up this near side. Now slows down, stops, and takes the three-point jumper. No good. Weston gets the rebound and pulls it away from Delgadillo, but then Delgadillo tips the pass away, and the Wendover Wildcats come up with it. They go up top and over to Vanessa Cuevas. Cuevas up top to Badillo, and the Wildcats will reset. They try to fire it inside, and it's knocked away. Rebels come up with the steal, brought to you by Hoffman Designs. Here's Peart up ahead to Watcott. Watcott lobs it inside for Weston. Nice job to go up and get that pass, but then Delgadillo with the block. Nice block by Delgadillo. And the Wendover Lady Wildcats will bring it up court slowly. Badillo. 19-10, Lady Rebels with the lead on the Calisnap Auto Parts scoreboard. 3:21 left to go in the first half. Badillo, little penetration, kick it over to Maldonado. Jumper from the left side, no good. Delgadillo gets the rebound and go outside to Cuevas. Vanessa Cuevas dribbles out high on the right wing and gives it up to Jessica Cuevas. Down in the corner, they go to Maldonado. She'll take the shot again and hit it from the baseline, a 15-foot jumper, and that ends the drought at 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Rebels were on a 12-0 run, and that ends right there with that jumper. Here's the three-point shot by Lamborn, no good. Huffner gets the rebound, no good on the putback, and again blocked on the putback. And now Wendover comes up with it. Some Rich Rebel fans might have wanted a foul down underneath there, but Wendover has the basketball. Just 3 team fouls apiece for the Wildcats and the Lady Rebels. 2:30 left to go in this first half. Delgadillo outside to Maldonado. It's knocked away from her. Watcott up ahead. Peart will pass it to her. A little bit long on the pass, but Watcott does chase it down. Out to Bailey Walmsley in the corner. Three-point shot, no. Peart fighting for the rebound. She gets to it. To Lamborn the pass goes, and then to Weston through her hands and out of bounds. And the Rebels will give it back to the Lady Wildcats. Great hustle on that possession for the Lady Rebels. Now Danielle Huffner will check back in for Carol Weston. So for the Lady Rebels, it's Huffner, Lamborn, Walmsley, Watcott, and Peart on the floor. Delgadillo, Cuevas, Badillo, and Maldonado on the floor. And I'm looking for Rodriguez over there on the bench. I don't see her. That doesn't mean she's not there. Here's a three-point shot. Oh, that's Rodriguez right there that just took the three. She just checked back in. Watcott up court, lobs it down inside for Huffner. Huffner comes up with it. It looked like she was pushed in the air. Here's Lamborn traveled. Receives the pass, and she switches feet as she's received the pass to plant and head toward the basket. And the Rebels turn it over for the third time in the quarter. 1:47 left here in this second quarter. Rich Lady Rebels leading by 7, 19-12 on the Calisnapa Auto Parts scoreboard. Rodriguez up the right wing, dribbling out high on that right wing. Now the pass down toward the corner. Cuevas gets it in the middle to Maldonado, inside to Delgadillo, and a foul as Delgadillo receives the pass down in there. And the foul charged to Danielle Huffner. Rebel fourth team foul. Cuevas looking to inbound. She goes out high to Rodriguez. Now to Cuevas at the free throw line. Wrap around to Maldonado. Then outside to Jessica Cuevas, or to Vanessa rather. Vanessa over to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will lob it down inside. Huffner tips it. Delgadillo touches it, and Maldonado chases it down in the corner. But then Watcott comes up with the steal. Brought to you by Hoffman Design. She'll lob it across over the defense to Lamborn, who can't quite finish. It looked like it was down through the cylinder, but didn't go through. And then the Rebels chase down the offensive rebound, and they'll reset the offense. Peart out high right wing. Up top to Watcott, then to Bailey Walmsley. Into Peart. Peart kicks it back out to Walmsley. And up top to Watcott. Free throw line to Huffner. One dribble, kick it out to Peart. One dribble, and then up to Watcott. Under 45 seconds left in this second period. Watcott out high. She'll take the three off the back of the rim. Up high it goes. Cuevas gets the rebound, but Lamborn takes it away. Over to Huffner, and Huffner puts it up and in. The steal brought to you by Hoffman Designs, and the Rebels lead 21-12 on the Calisnapa Auto Parts scoreboard with under 30 seconds left to go in the half. The Rebels were down by as much as 3 points, 10-7 in the first quarter. Took the lead 12-10 early in the second. Now they come up with a steal. Peart ahead to Watcott. It's a 2-on-1. Watcott across the key, and Cuevas comes away with the steal, but travels. She traveled before she could control it. So the Rebels come up with a steal brought to you by Hoffman Designs. Then they give it right back over on the attempt of the fast break. But a travel gives it right back to the Lady Rebels with 11.6 left in the quarter. Inbound to Huffner. One dribble to the middle of the key. Shot up, no good. And the rebound to the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Rodriguez up court with 3, 2. Cuevas, the long three at the buzzer, no good. And at the end of 2, the Rich Lady Rebels lead 21-12 over the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. Stay tuned. Your halftime report is coming up on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. And also you can watch online at KADQradio.com.
Throughout our lives, there are times we may need skilled rehabilitation and nursing care or home health and hospice care. Rocky Mountain Care has been providing these services since 1990. Our skilled staff and specialized programs will meet your loved one's needs. Our staff is dedicated to a high-quality outcome for each of our patients and residents. When you or someone you love needs these professional services, think of Rocky Mountain Care. Simply the best care. www.rmcare.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel Boosters.
Perry Brothers Trucking, serving Wyoming, northeastern Utah, and other surrounding areas. Perry Brothers Trucking, the real hot shots.
Handling all your real estate needs at beautiful Bear Lake. Call the professionals, Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Wendover High School Lady Wildcat Boosters.
Our Place Truck Stop, providing quality Shell brand products. Stop in and fill your vehicle. 80 East Wendover Boulevard, Wendover, Utah.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel Boosters.
Rich High School, raising the leaders of tomorrow. The staff at Rich High School celebrates all students.
Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High Rebel students at the Argyle Ranch.
Kent and Julie Watcott in Randolph say good luck to their daughter Abby and all the Lady Rebels.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Welcome back to halftime, where the Rich Lady Rebels lead 21-12 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And the Rich Lady Rebels, Chelsea Arrington with 5 points, Danielle Huffner with 6, all of those coming down inside, Abby Watcott with 4, Cammie Lamborn, who usually leads the Rebels in scoring at almost 12 points per game, has 3 tonight. Carol Weston with 3 points as well. As for the Wendover Lady Wildcats, 10 points in the first quarter, just 2 in the second quarter. That was on a jumper by Jasmine Maldonado. And we saw a similar thing happen last night when the Lady Rebels took on Milford. They allowed 21 points in the first half, or 22 points in the first half. I'll say that a third time. 23 points in the first half to the Milford Tigers, but then the Milford only scored 6 points in the entire second half against the Rich Lady Rebels. A similar story in the first and second quarters as Wendover turned it over 9 times in that second quarter. 12 turnovers total by my count, and the Lady Rebels lead 21-12 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Aurora Rodriguez with 4 points, Jessica Cuevas with 4, Lydia Delgadillo with 2, and as I mentioned, Jasmine Maldonado with a deuce as well. And the Rich Lady Rebels lead 21-12 at the half on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Stay tuned. We'll have more of the halftime show coming up on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at KADQradio.com. You can also watch it live.ksl.com and at watchit.deseretnews.com.
For over 100 years, Union Telephone has been providing phone service to small communities, places the big guys simply ignored. We were helping our neighbors stay connected to the rest of the country. Times have changed and technology has evolved. Union has been there the entire way. Today, we still keep people connected in more ways and places than ever before. Union Wireless, treating you like a neighbor, not a number.
At Wyoming Dental Specialties, we specialize in orthodontics, endodontics, and oral surgery. Our endodontist is simply a tooth doctor. He performs procedures like root canals. Our orthodontist will straighten your teeth using products like braces and Invisalign. Our oral surgeons deliver specialized treatment, such as dental implants and tooth extractions. So save your time and money Stay local and come to Wyoming Dental Specialties.
When we shake your hand, you know it's solid. When we make a deal, you know it's solid. Solid like a rock. We are Chevrolet. We're Castle Rock.
Like us on Facebook, CastleRockChevy.com. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters.
Scott, Diana, and Cash Saby with Saby Trucking in Randolph wish good luck to the Lady Rebels.
Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High Rebel students at the Argyle Ranch.
Davis Cabinet and Mills, quality custom cabinetry and woodwork.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Welcome back to the half where the Rich Lady Rebels lead 21-12 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. You can watch these games at this tournament live online at kadqradio.com. You can also watch at live.ksl.com and at watchit.deseretnews.com. Lady Rebels leading the Wendover Lady Wildcats 21-12 at the half. Rich just 3 of 5 from the free throw line. And one of the big differences in this game is that Wendover is settling for long outside shots, and they're just not falling. They've taken a lot of three-point shots, not being real aggressive in getting the basketball in toward the hoop. Most of their shots, almost all of them, have been from outside, and they went ice cold in that second quarter with just 2 points. And Lady Rebel defense has been good as well. They've not allowed Wendover to get down inside, but part of it is the Wendover strategy is to shoot from outside, and they're just, frankly, not hitting from out there. At the half, 21-12, Rich Lady Rebels lead on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the rest of the halftime show and third quarter action right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. You can watch online at kadqradio.com.
Mom's onboard electronic stability control system was giving us some woes. I don't even know what that means. But he does.
You guys are all fixed and ready to go.
Expert care for your car so you can trust in more than just your tires.
We've got the selection you need and the friendly service you deserve. Come see us today. Big O Tires, Evanston, Wyoming.
Big O Tires, the team you trust.
They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles. And now you can save big on the 2013s that are left on the lot at Cowboy Motor Company. Save over $9,000 on a Ram 2500 SLT Crew Cummins diesel. Save over $5,500 on a Durango RT and over $9,000 on a Chrysler 300C John Barbados. Restrictions apply. Cowboy Motor Company has millions of dollars in financing for all types of credit. They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles at Cowboy Motor Company in Evanston.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Wendover High School Lady Wildcat boosters.
Our Place Truck Stop, providing quality Shell brand products. Stop in and fill your vehicle. 80 East Wendover Boulevard, Wendover, Utah.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters by Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High students at the Argyle Ranch. By Rebecca and Brian Thompson at the Thompson Ranch. By J.S. Livestock. By Pam and Pete Cornea. And by Geraldine and Reed Grove. The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Welcome back to third quarter action. We're just about underway here in the third quarter. Rich Lady Rebels leading 21-12 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And Wendover will have it first to start this third quarter. They come out with Rodriguez, Cuevas, Delgadillo, and Maldonado on the floor. Rodriguez to Maldonado down inside. They get it to Delgadillo, and she is fouled as she tries to gather that ball and go up for the shot. Now the question is, on the floor or nope, 2 free throws for Delgadillo. Lydia Delgadillo just 2 points in that first quarter. She was 0 of 1 from the free throw line, and that was the only free throw of that first half that the Lady Wildcats even attempted. Delgadillo's first one here off target to the right, and the score remains 21-12. Lady Rebels with the lead on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Delgadillo, a second free throw here, and that one's good. So it's 21-13 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Lady Rebels leading. Walmsley up ahead to Lamborn. Arrington, Weston, and Peart also in there. Backdoor pass to Carol Weston. Easy 2 for Carol. And the Rebels extend the lead to 10, 23-13 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Pass over by Badillo. She'll launch the 3. It's no good. Lamborn pulls down the rebound. Up ahead, she'll lob to Walmsley, breaking out on a fast break opportunity, but the pass, there was a defender in Lamborn's face. She had to lob it high, and by the time Walmsley got it, defense had gotten back in place. Walmsley around the top to Peart. Peart out high left wing to Lamborn straight away. Lob it inside. Beautiful pass to a wide open Carol Weston. Somehow there was a gap in the defense. Rebels found it, and they lead 25-13 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Lady Rebels able to spread the floor well, and they find Weston inside for the easy 2. Carol Weston has 7 points. And a timeout on the floor by Coach Kate Henderson. We'll take a quick one as well, and we'll be back right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of the Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at kadqradio.com.
Throughout our lives, there are times we may need skilled rehabilitation and nursing care or home health and hospice care. Rocky Mountain Care has been providing these services since 1990. Our skilled staff and specialized programs will meet your loved one's needs. Our staff is dedicated to a high-quality outcome for each of our patients and residents. When you or someone you love needs these professional services, think of Rocky Mountain Care. Simply the best care. www.rmcare.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters.
Perry Brothers Trucking, serving Wyoming, northeastern Utah, and other surrounding areas. Perry Brothers Trucking, the real hot shots.
Handling all your real estate needs at beautiful Bear Lake. Call the professionals, Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Wendover gets it down inside. Badillo dribbles around, then goes to Maldonado. She'll take the shot from the baseline, up and no good. And Peart comes down with the rebound. She'll push ahead. Bailey Walmsley up top with it. Cammie Lamborn. Lamborn right wing. Goes back door to Carol Weston. And it's good. And the foul. Carol Weston with an and one opportunity. And the Rebels, some excellent ball movement right now. Wendover being caught a little bit flat-footed. This Rich Lady Rebel ball movement. And with 6:14 left in the third quarter, Lady Rebels lead 27-13, and a free throw coming here for Carol Weston, who has 6 points in this third quarter. And the free throw, no good. Free throw brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. So the score, 27-13. Lady Rebels up by 14 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Up ahead comes Rodriguez into Maldonado. Rodriguez will take the 3 from the right wing, long off the glass. Lamborn gets the rebound. Walmsley releases, trying to get up ahead. Lamborn goes up to her. Walmsley, one dribble, up with the right hand and in. Bailey Walmsley with the finish. The Rebels, a fast break brought to you by the station in Randolph. And it's 29-13 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard as the Wendover Wildcats will bring it back up court. Rodriguez goes over to Cuevas. She'll take the long jumper from the right wing and hits it. Nothing but net. Her feet were on the three-point line, so it's a 2-point jumper. And Lamborn now left alone. She'll take the 2-point jumper from the right wing. Arrington saves the rebound, but right to Maldonado. Lamborn steps in, though, and steps on the baseline as she gets possession of the basketball. So 29-15. Lady Rebels lead by 14 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Inbound. Cuevas will give to Rodriguez, to Badillo. Badillo will dribble up across midcourt. And Badillo dribbles up, lobs it down to Cuevas, or to Rodriguez rather. Now Cuevas from the right wing. Long jumper, no good. Rebound kicked around. Lamborn comes up with it on the dribble, and she'll push ahead. Rebels with a 3-on-2. Up ahead to Walmsley. Walmsley down inside to Arrington. Arrington across the key. Nope, outside left elbow. Now down into Peart. Peart puts it up high off the glass and gets it to go. So Ellen Peart with her first bucket of the night. And it's 31-15. Lady Rebels with the lead on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard with 4 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in this ball game. Left to go in this third quarter. Rodriguez into the corner. Badillo will shoot it, and they can't get that to go. Weston pulls down the rebound for the Rebels. Lamborn will push. It's a 3-on-2. Lamborn gets inside, draws in the defense, passes over to Arrington, and Arrington finishes it off. Rebels with the fast break, brought to you by the station in Randolph, and it's 33-15. Lady Rebels starting to run away with this one. They trailed early as Wendover shot the ball well and led 10-8 in the first quarter, but it's been all Rebels since then. Wendover with just 5 points in the second and third quarters so far. We're halfway through the third. Ellen Peart comes over the steal, brought to you by Hoffman Design. She'll go all the way coast to coast up with the right hand, and Ellen Peart with the lay-in. It's 35-15, and Coach Henderson wants another timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 3:58 left in the third quarter. Lady Rebels up by 20 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard, and we'll be back right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at KADQradio.com.
This Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Rebel Sports is also being brought to you in part by these Rebel Sports boosters. The Telegram to Good Health. Click on the Telegram at KADQradio.com. By the D. Cornea Ranch. Good luck to Andy and go Rebels. By S-Bar-S Trucking, Eric and Sherry South. By Circle H Land and Cattle, Chris, Michelle, Isaac, and Emily Hopkins. And by Old West Stories and Productions. For all of your website and graphic design needs, call the marketing experts at this radio station, 789-8116. Rich High Rebel Sports is on the air and online at KADQradio.com.
35-15, Lady Rebels up by 20 for my producers back there in the studios at KADQ 98.3 FM. We just played our second ad break of the third quarter, so you can pick up on when we get to the end of this third quarter. We'll go back into another commercial break. Up top, the Wendover Lady Wildcats pass it across the top. Ellen Peart, another steal, and the Rebels come up with force a fifth turnover in this third quarter by the Wendover Lady Wildcats. The steal brought to you by Hoffman Designs. Peart out high with it to Lamborn left wing. Into the middle, Watcott goes back door to Arrington. The shot no good, just a bit short on that shot by Arrington. And the Wendover Lady Wildcats pull down the rebound. So Wendover, trailing by 20, needs to go on a big run here if they want to fight their way back into this one. Going to try to fight kicking and clawing. We'll see what they do. Maldonado out high, right wing to Cuevas. Jessica Cuevas up top. Goes to Vanessa Cuevas. A few dribbles, picks it up, and then goes over to Rodriguez. Rebels in a 2-3 zone. They're going to come out high to try and defend those long shots that we've been seeing. Maldonado now pulls up. They find her as they swing the ball quickly. Maldonado shoots from the left elbow and knocks it down. And it's 35-15. They gave the points to the wrong team. Rebels, meanwhile, underneath, get it to Arrington, and she'll put it up and in. Arrington with 9 points now, and now it is 37-17 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Rebels just having excellent ball movement here in this second and third quarter. They've outscored Wendover 16-5 in this third quarter. With it is Rodriguez. She's left with a little bit of breathing room. She'll take the long three, and it's no good off the back of the rim. Watcott up ahead to Lamborn. Lamborn looking inside, nothing there. Kick it back out to Abby Watcott. 2:02 left third quarter, 37-17. Lady Rebels with the lead by 20 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Again, the Lady Rebels trailed 8-10, 10-8 in the end of the first quarter. Lob down inside, knocked away, and now the pass back outside as the Rebels came back up with it. Rodriguez stops just inside 3 range on the right wing. No good, but Cuevas comes up with it and lobs it back outside. Maldonado just about traveled with it. She thought she had a teammate to one side. They weren't there, so she spins and passes to another teammate, Badillo, and then to Cuevas. And Badillo back with it. Now Lamborn steps in front of a pass, gets the steal, brought to you by Hoffman Designs, all the way up court, bumped by Badillo as she tries to make a pass across the key to Watcott. And with a minute 26 left in the third, the foul charge to Stephanie Badillo, and that's her first personal. The senior, Ellen Peart, will inbound, lobs it into Huffner. Easy jumper, and just misses from inside. Arrington the rebound, and she's fouled on the putback. Can't get it to go. Huffner went a bit strong off the glass. She was down on that lower block left side. And then Arrington, trying to clean up, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Chelsea Arrington, 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Free throws brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. And here's Arrington with 2 free throws. The first one up and good. Chelsea Arrington with 10 points. And in the pregame, I mentioned that the Rebels and the Wendover Wildcats would be looking for some of these players that maybe average 3 or 4 points a game to step up and have big ones. The Rebels have had Carol Weston and Chelsea Arrington do that. Weston has 9, Arrington now 10, and Arrington's second free throw rolls around and pops out. So she'll have 10 points at this point of the game, and it's 38-17. Those free throws brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. Another steal brought to you by Hoffman Designs on the inbound pass, or after the missed shot. Now 3 seconds in the lane as the Rebels pass it inside to Huffner, and the Rebels will turn it over, and by my count, that's their first turnover of the third quarter, compared with Wendover's 7. Been one of the big differences here in this third quarter, in which the Rebels have outscored Wendover 17-5. Rodriguez brings it up slowly across midcourt with 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go in the third. Rodriguez to Maldonado, up left wing to Vanessa Cuevas. Now Vanessa will give it over to Alondra Guzman, who just checked in, or no, that's Maria Maldonado, and now a travel as the Rebels get the steal and head up court. Watcott had it, but traveled before she could put it on the floor. So the Wildcats will inbound, and they'll go in out high to Jessica Cuevas. Cuevas dribbling out high there with 39, 38, 37 seconds left in the third. Lady Rebels leading by 21, 38-17 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Maria Maldonado, the sophomore, goes over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down to Cuevas. Cuevas the ball fake, and then she'll dribble a couple of times out high, then give to Jessica Cuevas. The junior turns around, jumper, no good. It's short, but an offensive rebound by Vanessa Cuevas. Her putback is no good, and the Rebels pull down the rebound. Peart up ahead to Watcott, back to Peart out high right wing. Rebels will play for the last shot with 8, 7, 6. Watcott reach in, and a foul on Rodriguez. She came out, knocked the ball loose, but also reached in. And for Rodriguez, that will be that'll be her third personal foul. 4th team foul on the Wendover Lady Wildcats, who have just 17 points, heading for the end of this third quarter. Rebels inbound. They go to Arrington. Now to Peart. She'll take the jumper. No good. Rebound knocked out, and Lamborn chases it down as time runs out in the third. Lady Rebels lead 38-17 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. They outscored Wendover 17-5 in that third quarter. As you hear the band pipe up, that's the Rich Rebel Pep Band, and we're headed for the fourth quarter. We'll be back with it right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at kadqradio.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters.
Perry Brothers Trucking, serving Wyoming, northeastern Utah, and other surrounding areas. Perry Brothers Trucking, the real hot shots.
Handling all your real estate needs at beautiful Bear Lake. Call the professionals, Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Moments away from fourth quarter action. The Rich Lady Rebels outscored Wendover 17-5 in that quarter. And over the second and third quarters, Rich has outscored Wendover 30-7. And that's been the real difference in this ball game. As Rich leads 38-17. Rebels will have the basketball to start this fourth quarter. And they'll inbound. Lamborn with it out high, and again the travel. She puts that foot back to plant as she heads toward the basket on the drive and travels. Seen her do that a couple of times tonight. 38-17. Lady Rebels with the lead on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Wendover with it. They'll get it to Badillo. Just 5 points in that third quarter for Wendover, and that with 2 points in the second quarter. Between the two quarters, that pretty much put Wendover in too tough of a position, I think, at this point. Badillo and the Lady Wildcats will continue to fight, but now the Rebels come up with a steal. Ellen Peart goes all the way after the steal. Brought to you by Hoffman Designs, and Peart will score with the right-handed lay-in. Rebels lead 40-17. Pass down inside for Delgadillo, taken away by Carol Weston. Rebels another steal, brought to you by Hoffman Designs. Abby Watcott down inside to Lamborn. Turn around, one dribble, shot up, no good. A little bit of contact, knocked away and out of bounds. And it's just going to call it a block by the Lady Wildcats. Good quick transition defense by Wendover there. And now Peart will inbound for the Lady Rebels. It was knocked out of bounds. Walmsley up top to Watcott. The pass is tall, but Watcott chases it down in the corner out by the scores table. Again, a pass off target by Peart. And maybe they just think Abby Watcott needs to do a little extra running. And now she dribbles up. Lady Rebels getting a little bit lazy, it would appear. They're just kind of getting a little lackadaisical. Watcott travels as she stops, picks up the dribble, and looks for a pass. So at 40-17, Lady Rebels lead by 23 points with under 7 minutes to go. Wendover had a 10-8 lead at the end of the first period, but it's been all Rich Lady Rebels since that point. Pass into the corner, Badillo, give and go to Cuevas. Now free throw line jumper, Maldonado rims out. That looked like it was down, and then it popped out. Watcott chases down the loose ball on the rebound, and Abby will bring it across midcourt up ahead to Walmsley. Looking inside, pass not there to Weston. Now Watcott will dribble out high left wing, kick it to Lamborn straight away. Right wing, they swing it down in the corner to Walmsley, back to Peart, and around to Lamborn. She sees a hole. She'll drive the lane, kick it over to Weston. One dribble, stripped away from her. It's on the floor. Lamborn wrapped up with Cuevas, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow gives it to the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. You're listening to a Big O Tires of Evanston, Wyoming presentation of the Utah 1A Girls State Championship Tournament and Rich Lady Rebel Basketball here on KADQ 98.3 FM and online at KADQradio.com. Rodriguez brings it across midcourt, just over 6 left to go in this ball game. Cuevas into the corner. Badillo will take the three and knocks it down. Nope, her foot was on the line, so it's going to be a 2-point. No, it is a 3-point basket. I was right at first. Meanwhile, go back the other way. Abby Watcott goes all the way to the hoop. She's fouled on her way there. And to the free throw line she will go to shoot 2 free throws. That three by Badillo, that's what Wendover's been trying to do all night long. They've just kind of been, I don't know if they settle for the long jump shots or if that's part of their offense. They feel like they can stay in games with those long jump shots. But that's been their offensive strategy as Watcott hits the free throw. And that puts the Rebels up 41-20. Watcott's second free throw, no good. Long rebound tipped around, and the Wildcats come up with it. So Rebels up by 21, 41-20 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And here come the Wildcats. Cuevas, or Badillo rather, from the corner. She'll take another three. Not good on this one. Lamborn fighting for the rebound. It's tipped away from her by Vanessa Cuevas. And it'll be Lady Rebel basketball. Looks like Wendover wants to put on some full court pressure now with 5:34 left in the ball game. Now Peart will come over to inbound instead of Lamborn. Peart looking for the inbound, goes to Watcott, dribbles with the left hand up this near sideline, loses it off her foot, and turn it over to the Lady Wildcats of Wendover. So Wildcats, they put on some pressure, force a turnover. They're going to try to battle and claw their way back into this one with 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. They've got to come up big, start hitting some of those shots they've been taking from outside all night long. Badillo Out, dribbles straight away, 5:23 left to go. Passes to the right wing. Rodriguez fakes the shot, steps back, now goes to Cuevas. Bounce pass, Cuevas gathers it in, few dribbles, and then goes to Rodriguez again. Walmsley out on her. Up top they go, over to Maldonado, and they'll swing it left wing. Now back to Maldonado in the key, and a jump ball. Maldonado that was Jasmine Maldonado. Had possession of it. Rich Rebels got the hand in there, and they forced the jump ball possession arrow to the Lady Rebels. Watcott up ahead to Lamborn. Long pass reception, and Lamborn is fouled by Rodriguez as she receives that one. For Rodriguez, that'll be, I believe, her 4th personal foul. 15th foul against the Wendover Lady Wildcats. The Rebels with just 1 team foul in this second half, and I think the Rebels only have 3 fouls in the ball game. Peart finds Lamborn down inside on the inbound pass, and Lamborn the easy 2. It's 43-20. Again, Wendover, I've seen it a couple of times in this ball game, caught a little bit flat-footed as they start a play. Rebels inbound and get the easy bucket there. Pass across to Cuevas. Up top, she'll go to Maldonado. That's Maria, the sophomore. Maria dribbles out and then gives it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbling out high straight away. And she'll pass over to Vanessa Cuevas. Vanessa to Badillo. Badillo now to Maldonado. She'll dribble a couple of times toward the baseline. Give it back to Vanessa. Now free throw line jumper for Jasmine Maldonado is short. Rebels get the rebound. Ellen Peart will push up across the timeline. To right to left, then goes back to her right and passes over to Abby Watcott. Then to Peart on the right wing. Oh, Watcott was all alone after that give and go. Peart instead runs the pick and roll with Carol Weston, and Weston the easy 2 on that nice pick and roll by the Lady Rebels. That's how you run it right there. Weston left alone, and she gets the easy bucket. So the Rebels extend the lead to 45-20. The pass for Maldonado kind of squirts out high. And a timeout on the floor with 3:42 left to go in this one. 45-20. Lady Rebels leading on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back right after this from Union Wireless on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at KADQradio.com.
For over 100 years, Union Telephone has been providing phone service to small communities, places the big guys simply ignored. We were helping our neighbors stay connected to the rest of the country. Times have changed and technology has evolved. Union has been there the entire way. Today, we still keep people connected in more ways and places than ever before. Union Wireless, treating you like a neighbor, not a number.
Back to the action. 45-20, Lady Rebels lead on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard with 3:42 left to go. And now Kaylee Rao will come over to check in. They wanted her to check in right out of the timeout, but the official says, nope, that's not going to happen. So Lamborn back on the floor. Christina Peterson, along with Whitley Weston, Lilia Brown, and Alexa Ferguson in there. And Lamborn, as the Rebels put in some JV team players. Badillo takes the long 3, and it's an air ball off to the right side. And now Rao will check in for Cammie Lamborn. Lamborn, again, as I've mentioned, she averages about 12 points per night. She's got just 5 so far in this one, and that looks like what she'll finish with. But a lot of other players have stepped up tonight for the Lady Rebels, who are going to come away with a win and earn a spot in the semifinals in this tournament. Kaylee Rao in the corner with it, keeping it away from the defense, goes to Lilia Brown. Brown into the paint, kicks it out to Ferguson. She'll take the 3 and hit it. Alexa Ferguson with the 3, and there's your top candidate for shot of the game, brought to you by All West Communications. Alexa Ferguson steps in and knocks down a 3, brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff, and it's 48-20. Lady Rebels lead on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Wendover passing it around. Maldonado up top to Badillo, trying to drive with the right hand. No lane there. Kick it to Maldonado, back to Badillo in the corner. Left open, she'll take the 3. It's short. Maldonado pulls down the rebound. Jasmine the putback, and that's no good. Rao pulls down the rebound and passes off to Lilia Brown to push up court. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the ball game. Whitley Weston out high, left wing. Goes to Rao in the corner. Rao looking for the give and go, but passing lane not there to get it to Weston. Lilia Brown across the top. Goes to Ferguson down in the corner to Weston. Weston up top to Brown. Down inside. They get it to Peterson. Peterson one dribble. Turn around up off the glass. A bit strong. Rebound pulled down by Jasmine Maldonado. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in this ball game. And Wendover with it. Dribbled down into the corner and a travel by Maria Maldonado. We'll turn it back over to the Lady Rebels. That's the 5th turnover of this 4th quarter by my count for the Wildcats. And a 13 in this second half, which I'm sure far exceeds what Coach Henderson wanted to see. And certainly didn't help keep them in the ballgame. Ferguson out high, right wing with it for the Lady Rebels. She'll drive to the baseline, kick it back up top toward Rao. It's tipped, and Maldonado comes up with it. So the Rebels with their 4th turnover of the quarter. And Maldonado will bring it up court. Lobs it inside for Cuevas. Cuevas, a few dribbles, steps back, looking for the 3. Her foot was on the line, though, and she airballed it. Rao comes up with the rebound and travels. Didn't quite keep that pivot foot. It just shuffled or scooted us a tiny bit and enough to have the official blow the whistle. 1:31 left to go. Lady Rebels leading 48-20. And it looks like Emily Hopkin will come over to the scores table to check in for the Lady Rebels. Hopkin gets the okay. Christina Peterson will check out. Hopkin into the ball game. And with 1:31 left to go, Wendover will look for the inbound pass. Cuevas goes into Maldonado. Quick jumper from the left side, and Maria shoots it a bit long. Rebound to Hopkin, who just checked in. Lilia Brown pushes up the far side to Ferguson. Back out to Lilia Brown. Brown over to Ferguson. Thought about the 3 and then passed it up. Goes to Brown up top. 1:10 left in the ball game. The Lady Rebels leading big 48-20. Whitley Weston out high left wing with 1:05 left on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard in this ball game. Weston with it, went to Ferguson, back to Weston, then the lob inside intended for Hopkin is knocked away, but Hopkin comes back up with it. Under a minute to go now, and Lilia Brown dribbling out high. She'll try to drive past the defense, and she's fouled, and that's a 17 foul on the Lady Wildcats, so that'll put Brown on the free throw line to shoot 1-1. Free throws tonight are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City, and here's Lilia Brown with a 1-1 opportunity. 51.3 seconds left to go. 48-20. Lady Rebels leading. Front end no good for Brown. And the score remains 48-20 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. That free throw was brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. Weston knocks it away from Maldonado out of bounds. And so the Lady Wildcats will inbound from the baseline. Now the Rich Lady Rebels will advance to the semifinals tomorrow. They'll play at 6 p.m. tomorrow night against the winner of the next game, which is Whitehorse versus Penguich. And Penguich, the heavy favorite for that in that basketball game. Jessica Cuevas with it out high, dribbling, looking for some space. Now she'll go to Maldonado, into the key to Jasmine Maldonado. She'll put up the shot. It doesn't go. Hopkin had it. It was knocked away from her, and they'll give it to the Wildcats after it went out of bounds. Cuevas will look to inbound. 29.4 seconds left to go. Inbound to Maria Maldonado. Back to Cuevas. Jessica dribbling out high. Picks it up. The shot, no good. Long rebound. Goes over the head of all the Wildcats. Lilia Brown comes up with it. Gives it to Whitley Weston, whose heel is on the sideline. And it's a turnover for the Lady Rebels. They've had a few more than they want to here in this 4th quarter, but ahead by 28 points. A couple extra turnovers. Not a real big deal. That's 6 in the 4th quarter for the Rebels. Here's Maria Maldonado to Cuevas. Back to Maldonado. Now down inside. They go, and the pass intended for Delgadillo off target. And a turnover for the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Brown up ahead to Ferguson. She'll take another 3 from the right wing, and Ferguson knocks it down. Alexa Ferguson, and the buzzer sounds right after the shot. Ferguson with the last 6 points, a couple of threes for the Lady Rebels, who win 51-20. On the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. That 3 by Ferguson brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. And the Rebels win big by 31 over the Wendover Lady Wildcats. Make sure to stay tuned. It's Penguich and Whitehorse coming up. We'll also got a pregame or a postgame show right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. You can watch online at KADQradio.com. We'll be back after this message from our Rich High sponsors and Wyoming Dental Specialties.
At Wyoming Dental Specialties, we specialize in orthodontics, endodontics, and oral surgery. Our endodontist is simply a tooth doctor. He performs procedures like root canals. Our orthodontist will straighten your teeth using products like braces and Invisalign. Our oral surgeons deliver specialized treatment, such as dental implants and tooth extractions. So save your time and money, stay local, and come to Wyoming Dental Specialties.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters.
Scott, Diana, and Cash Saby with Saby Trucking in Randolph wish good luck to the Lady Rebels.
Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High Rebel students at the Argyle Ranch.
Davis Cabinet and Mills, quality custom cabinetry and woodwork.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Rebel Sports is also being brought to you in part by these Rebel Sports boosters. Lazy S Ranching, Sim and Joe Jean Weston. Good luck, Rebels. Play hard. Comprehensive Family Dental. Good luck, Grove grandkids, from Comprehensive Family Dental and Grandpa and Grandma Grove. Saby Trucking. Scott and Diana Saby with a shout out to their son Cash and all of the Rebel athletes. Go Rebels! By Craig Welling Financial Services, New York Life, for your retirement plan rollovers, life insurance, and investments. And by My Favorite Things in Evanston, because crafting is cheaper than therapy. Rich High Rebel Sports is on the air and online at kadqradio.com. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Wendover High School Lady Wildcat Boosters.
Our Place Truck Stop, providing quality Shell brand products. Stop in and fill your vehicle. 80 East Wendover Boulevard, Wendover, Utah.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Welcome back to the post-game show here on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ. Lady Rebels dominate against the Wendover Lady Wildcats. So Wildcats took a 10-8 lead in the first into the second quarter, but it was all Rich from that point on as the Rebels outscored the Wildcats 43-10 in the second, third, and fourth quarters. And the Rebels win 51-20 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. So the Rebels will move on to the semifinals, and they'll face the winner of this one. If you're watching online at KDQRadio.com, you see the teams warming up. It's Panguitch and Whitehorse coming up right after this. Again, a final score, Lady Rebels win 51-20 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Well, this has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated.
You've been listening to a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High School Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ-FM 98.3 with video online at kadqradio.com. Today's game has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Big O Tires, Castle Rock Chevrolet, Rocky Mountain Care, Cowboy Motor Company, PC Innovations, Union Wireless, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Old West Stories and Productions, and Telegram to Good Health. Thank you for listening to a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High School Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ-FM 98.3 and online at kadqradio.com.